Welcome back. I'm Dr. Jana Ott from Tolt Travel Therapy. And now that you've mastered the basics of glute strengthening, we're going to talk today about next level dynamic exercises for the glutes. I've got my partner Thor here with me today. He's been recovering from a glute and hamstring injury and gone through the progression of these exercises with me, so he'll be demonstrating them today. To start, we're going to do sidestepping and diagonal stepping with a resistance band. The goal is to have your toes pointing forward the entire time. Also, your hip bones and your shoulders stay pointing in the same direction. I like how he's already getting into an athletic stance. The knees are unlocked. The core muscles are on, which means drawing your belly button towards your spine. And then the goal is to be using our glute muscles. So you're going to be reaching your foot out to step to the side and bringing the feet together. Thor's doing a great job at keeping his shoulders level and not reaching or bending with the trunk to help. Let's come back the other direction. Thor, are you feeling some muscles working?
Yes.
Which muscles?
Oh, definitely the glutes.
Good. And you can even feel with your hands to tell if they're turning on. With this exercise, depending on the resistance of your band, you may have to do a few repetitions in order to start feeling the muscles. So stick with it. The next exercise, you're going to face towards the wall. You're going to be taking a diagonal step, bringing your feet together, and then another diagonal step, feet together. So this is a variation that starts to engage hip flexors as well as your glutes. Thor's keeping his core active. He's not letting his feet slide. And when he gets to the front, then he'll be taking diagonal steps backwards. And again, really focusing on the glute muscle turning on to move your leg backwards, not letting your trunk bend to help with the movement. Great. You can take that band off. One of the next exercises that's really great for our entire posterior chain, that's the glute, hamstring, and calf muscles that all work together to support our body throughout the day and all of our activities. So we're going to be doing a double leg deadlift. You're going to keep your knees unlocked, cores turned on. The first part of this movement is hinging at your hips. Perfect. So see how his hips go back towards the wall instead of rounding through his back, which might look like this. Great. So you're going to be sliding your hands down the front of your legs. Now, in this position, you're turning on your glute muscles. We practiced, if you need some tips in a previous video, in the stooped position, turning your hips on. And then once those are on, you're standing up and extending the body fully. Let's try that again. Sliding the hands down the legs, turning the glutes on here, and using those to stand back up. Key for the deadlift is not to allow your lower back to be doing the motion. So if you're feeling pain, tiredness in the low back muscles, go back and work on our stooped glute activation position. Good, Thor. Now, you've got great form, things are doing well. You can challenge yourself with this exercise by adding weight to your hands. That can be dumbbells or all the way up to a barbell and more aggressive weight positions. But because this is an exercise where people often compensate and can end up with low back pain, I recommend starting really slow, light weights, and then progressing up after, a few weeks of being able to do that weight. Nice, Thor. Now, the next way to progress this exercise is to start to add some instability. We're going to be doing a one-legged dumbbell deadlift. So in this position, you're going to stand on one foot. You're going to imagine there's a straight line from your shoulder all the way down to your heel on the other foot. Just like we did in the first deadlift, you're hinging at your hip, thinking about pushing your hip back towards the wall behind you and tilting at the pelvis. He's still sliding his hand down his leg, activating his glute here, and then using his glute and his hamstring of the standing leg to bring him all the way back up. Good, let's try another. And then squeezing all the standing leg muscles to help him back up. Great job, Thor. You'll see he's got a component of balance now. He's trying to keep his knee, foot, and ankles stable, not letting them fall in or out as you move. Awesome. Another great way to add instability is adding resistance while you're on a single leg. So Thor, let's put your right foot in here. I'm going to be his anchor. He'll be standing on his left leg. So the left leg is doing all the work, and we're starting with his right leg kicking back towards the window behind him. Good. Now keeping your shoulders up nice and tall, eyes forward. And while the right leg is moving, the left leg is actually doing most of the work. Can you feel your glutes on that standing leg, Thor? Good. Now you're going to stop, turn 90 degrees and face the wall. You're going to be letting your leg come out towards me and then bringing it to meet the other leg in the center. So now we're adding lateral instability. He has to work on that side to side control. Again, the standing leg is doing most of the work. Good. Now turn and face the window 90 degrees. He'll be kicking forward. Good. Now see how he's keeping his range of motion small and controlled. He's not letting his shoulders or trunk move while he's doing his kicks. And one more time, turn 90 degrees. And this one's the hardest, kicking out to the side. It really activates the glute muscles on both legs. Keep that trunk up tall and just a small range with that kicking leg. Nice job, Thor. And relax. Finally, for those looking for the most challenge, we're gonna add some jumping. This is great for anyone who's playing a sport, a weekend warrior, or even just playing with your kids, right? We want to be able to be dynamic, move quickly and easily, and our glutes do a ton of stabilizing when we do that. So to start, Thor, we're just going to do some lateral hops. You're going to hop to one side, stick the landing, and then hop to the other side. And what I'm watching for is that he's keeping his knee controlled. It's not wobbling in and out when he lands. But having a good challenge where he has to work through that to stabilize is good. So when it's easy, you can start to jump further to make it more of a challenge, trying to keep everything still stable. You'll also feel as you push off, right, Thor, that your glutes are helping send you from one side to the other. Awesome. Rest. Thanks for joining us for these advanced glute strength exercises. We'll see you in the next video.